The man knocked the woman to the ground with his car and cracked a smile at the scene in front of him. He drove over her back and forth, only to realize when he stepped out of the vehicle that several people had watched the whole thing go down. Frantic, he claimed it was just an accident and begged everyone to help save her. But on the sly, he snatched up a nearby crowbar and knocked one of the witnesses out cold. He dumped the body in a trash can, figuring he'd deal with it later, completely oblivious to the fact that a gardener had witnessed the entire ordeal. The two locked eyes nervously. The man played it cool, walking over to say hi, and the gardener waved back. Deciding he had to kill the gardener too in order to cover his tracks, a wild chase broke out. A tall guy nearby spotted them. The killer shot him a cold glare, but kept going after the gardener first. The gardener bolted into a yard, but before he could even holler for help, the man stabbed him with a pair of shears. Stumbling over to a neighbor's house for help, the gardener was met by an incredibly clueless homeowner who noticed absolutely nothing wrong and even invited him to join their backyard BBQ. Right as the words left his mouth, the gardener dropped dead on the spot. The killer barged in right behind him, shoved the neighbor to the ground, and finished him off with some grilling utensils. On his way out, he swiped a bottle of booze and spun around to attack the tall guy from earlier. Meanwhile, a young guy next door was putting together a bookshelf when he kept hearing all these bizarre noises. Thinking his furniture was haunted, he blasted the shelf a few times with a nail gun, but the weird sounds kept going. He actually apologized to the bookshelf before it finally clicked that the screaming was coming from next door. The killer was in the middle of cleaning up his crime scene, and at first, the kid thought they were just shooting a movie. It wasn't until blood splattered across his face that he totally freaked out. Completely unhinged by now, the killer grabbed the nail gun and chased the kid down. The young guy ended up hiding underwater, breathing through a flimsy little tube and thinking he was totally safe, even though his hiding spot was painfully obvious. Exhausted, the killer finally dragged himself home, suddenly overwhelmed with regret over hurting all those people. Right on cue, his pizza delivery arrived. He opened the door to grab his food, but he was acting so sketchy that the delivery guy got suspicious and actually tried to comfort him, telling him not to give up on life. As they got to talking, the delivery guy realized the man had just completely snapped from work stress. The driver went back outside to tell his wife, who felt so bad for the guy that she brought over a slice of cake. The couple insisted on coming inside to hang out, but terrified that his killing spree would be discovered, the man spiked their tea with poison to shut them up for good. The delivery guy chugged his tea and instantly started throwing up violently. I guess it just goes to show, even a crazed killer can suffer a total mental breakdown from working way too much overtime.